As electric vehicles become more mainstream each day, many new EV brands are emerging as well. Along with this, the internal combustion engine vehicles do not seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. Among all the different EV brands that have emerged, Lucid plans to cater to the luxury EV sector. Is Lucid late to the EV game, or is it just in time? Can Lucid still take over the market? We will get to that in just a second, but first, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you leave your thoughts in the comments, you might get featured in our next video. Likes are, of course, more than welcome too. Lucid has been all over the media and is visible getting ready to deliver their first car. Their social media activity is rising as we're getting closer to Q3 2021, the quarter in which Lucid promised to deliver the first models. But many are questioning if Lucid is not too late. Is the market big enough for yet another EV brand to enter? In today's video, we try to dive in and answer this question. This video is divided into chapters, which can be found in the description. Growing EV market. The year 2020 and the ongoing 2021 have seen the highest numbers of people adapting to electric vehicles. There are three main reasons behind this. Firstly, there is an understanding and liking of electric vehicles among the masses. This is due to the things these vehicles have to offer as compared to internal combustion engine vehicles. EVs are not only fun to drive and high-tech, but the ownership experience is much better than the ICE vehicles in terms of driving and maintenance costs. The second reason behind this shift to EVs is the policies being brought in by governments. These policies are targeting buyers from both ends. Firstly, the buyers are given many incentives, such as tax rebates upon buying an electric vehicle. Secondly, there have been plans made in which only electric vehicles will be allowed to be driven on the road. This is supposed to happen within the very next decade or two. The third main reason is the growing EV infrastructure all over the world. Developed countries in Europe, North America, and Asia were the first ones to provide their residents with easy access to charging stations. Now many other countries have also started to follow this trend. Having a well-spread network of charging stations has allowed customers to consider EVs as a viable and practical option for them, as they do not have to worry about the range running out. To cater to this growing demand for electric vehicles, several EV brands are emerging from all over the world. Many of these are true players which are only focusing on EVs. Lucid, Tesla, Fisker, and Rivian are the top names in North America, while China has over 180 brands, including Xpeng, NIO, and Li Automotive. Some of these companies, such as Tesla, have an approach to spread EVs as far and wide as possible by making a reasonably priced product. On the other hand, companies like Lucid are having a go at the luxury niche to build up their market. ICE market running parallel. As the demand and supply of electric vehicles grows rapidly, there is no end to the supply and demand of internal combustion engine vehicles for now. Car makers are continuing to make and develop ICE vehicles for two main reasons. Firstly, there is still a huge market for car enthusiasts who prefer the roar of a V8 supercar or truck rather than an equally capable EV that does not make such noises. These customers are keeping the need of making and selling gas guzzlers alive. Even if the government regulations are against this, some people are creating the demand, which acts as friction for car makers to move completely towards electric vehicles. These sorts of high-powered vehicles are often the cash cows of car makers, so it's obvious for them to hold on to these. The other reason for the parallel running internal combustion engine vehicles market is that many countries and their people still cannot afford electric vehicles and the relevant infrastructure. Prices of electric vehicles are above the competitors' internal combustion engine vehicles. There are EV makers that have tried to do this and have succeeded. The Wuling Mini EV is a great example of this. General Motors is making a small electric vehicle and selling it in China that does not have the bells and whistles other EVs have to offer, but is in the reach of common buyers very easily. Sales figures have shown its success as it is currently the largest selling electric vehicle in China. Tesla is currently working on the $25,000 electric vehicle very aggressively. This will be in direct competition to affordable internal combustion engine vehicles, but with all the bells and whistles of a Tesla-made EV. Charging infrastructure is set up very nicely in developed nations, but many other countries still do not have an adequate amount of chargers. So even if people choose to buy an EV, they will have to face charging problems constantly. It seems to be the better option for them is just to buy a gas or diesel-powered vehicle instead. Where is Lucid targeting? Lucid Motors is opting for a very interesting market strategy for its Lucid Air and the upcoming vehicles. It is not taking the path taken by Tesla and the Wuling Mini so that it can sell its cars to the masses. Instead, Lucid is trying to attract customers looking for high-end features and have the purchasing power to buy them. Performance car enthusiasts and luxury vehicle customers are the ones who are willing to spend the most when it comes to vehicles. This is a niche market. The Lucid Air gives best-in-class performance figures with state-of-the-art luxury. Upcoming models like the Project Gravity SUV will also be something equally luxurious and well-equipped. Lucid does not only want to take a part of the EV market share, but wishes to expand the pie by adding in luxury automobile buyers as well. Instead of becoming a need for EV customers, Lucid plans to become a want that compels people to buy its vehicles. Lucid is planning to take a share from the customers of legacy luxury car makers. Why Lucid is not too late. Lucid Motors is trying to enter the luxury EV market at just the right time. While other EV makers like Tesla are focused on making the most affordable EV, Lucid is working to cater to the extravagant customers and their needs. At a time when legacy luxury automakers are just adding EV options to their lineups, it is not at all late for Lucid to get in the game. Mercedes-Benz is an excellent example of classic luxury automakers. The German car maker has released its debut EV sedan by the name EQS just recently. The features are very similar to the ones found in the Lucid Air. We've made a video comparing the two side by side, so don't forget to watch that as well. While legacy car makers are doing their thing and making cars true to their luxury heritage, Lucid is taking up the post-luxury theme for its vehicles. Post-luxury can be defined as a less flashy version of luxury that focuses more on an immersive experience of luxury rather than something outwardly. Minimalism and elegance is a signature characteristic of all Lucid Air variants. These have everything a luxury automobile should have in terms of tech and comfort, while deliberately not overkilling things. It seems that Lucid has taken the right direction and is succeeding in doing what it planned to do, as there have been over 9,000 bookings of the Lucid Air. This is an astonishing number for a car that has not yet seen on the road. Over 800 of these cars are Lucid Air Dream variants that cost over $170,000. This is equivalent to the price of a Mercedes-Benz EQS. According to Peter Rawlinson, the CEO of Lucid, when he was approached to be the CEO, one of his conditions was that the company would make the best electric vehicle rather than any vehicle. This seems to be true for the Lucid Air, as it has the longest range of any EV ever, with futuristic tech and unrivaled luxury. The EV market is growing at a never-before-seen rate due to the acceptance of electric vehicles and the supporting government policies. EV makers have begun to rise in number to cater to this increasing demand. Pure players like Lucid and Tesla are still very less in number, as internal combustion engine vehicles are still in huge demand. This demand for internal combustion engine vehicles is creating friction for companies to stop working on ICE cars and become pure players. Very few companies like Volkswagen have decided to do this. Other companies like Ford, Chevrolet, and General Motors have just added EVs to their lineup while still working on ICE cars. Lucid vehicles are taking a different strategy as compared to other EV makers. It is targeting the top tier of the market that does not settle for less, but happily pays the price for it. Recently, these luxury customers have been buying brands like Audi, BMW, and Mercedes. Not shifting to EVs was due to a lack of luxurious options. Lucid is entering the luxury EV market just in time to cater to these customers. Its Lucid Air has all the things luxury automobile customers look for when shopping for cars. Future models by Lucid will also be following this lead. Steven believes that Lucid and other new brands have the ability to change the auto industry. Is change really on the way? Will the market change? What are your thoughts on Lucid's entry into the EV market? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Both are free and reversible at any time. Thanks for watching.